Hello, my friends. Today I want to talk to you about meditation. I want to answer the question, what is meditation? So to answer this question, I want to actually pick up from where we left off in the last video. And that is that yoga is a state of union, uniting our individual self with this universal energy, this universal consciousness. It's a state of oneness and interconnectedness. And I had mentioned that yoga, the traditional hatha yoga, consists of an 8-limbed path. I talked about that yoga postures, the physical practice, is just one step on that 8-limbed path. So meditation is another step on that 8-limbed path. And actually, there's a step before meditation, which is concentration. So what we practice when we sit down to meditate, or when you take a meditation class or a guided meditation, what you're actually doing is practicing concentration. You see, in yoga, it's said that we can actively practice concentration. Meditation is a state of being that we cannot control, we cannot force, but that comes to us through grace. So what we can do is that we can create and cultivate the conditions to open ourselves up to that grace. And we do that through practicing concentration. So most every meditation, quote unquote, meditation practice or concentration practice is actually a practice of focus. It's a practice of noticing that thoughts will come into our brain and thoughts will come out, thoughts will come in, thoughts will come out, and just letting that occur and not attaching to those thoughts, simply letting the thoughts pass. And a tool to help us avoid attaching to those thoughts is to have something else, something positive that we can focus our attention on. So there's many types of concentration practices. The most common is breath practice, where you focus on the breath. There's also practices where you focus on the flame, gazing at the flame of a candle. There's walking meditation practices where you're just focused on each step that you take and just noticing, observing how that feels. So we practice concentration. And meditation is a state that arises from that. So we practice focusing the mind. We practice cultivating and, tilling the soil, as you could say, to create the conditions to allow ourselves to receive and listen to grace. So I hope you enjoyed this brief introduction into what meditation actually is. And of course, it goes much deeper than that, but I wanted to provide you a brief introduction. And what we do in our weekly classes is we practice concentration. We practice cultivating greater focus, greater stillness between our thoughts. And what I love about this practice, yes, meditation in the classical sense is something that's brought to us by grace. But through the practices of concentration, we actually, along the way on our journey, received so many incredible benefits. And those benefits include just an improved focus in other aspects of your life, such as your work. It cultivates greater calm, greater peace within yourself. I've had people tell me that after they've practiced this with me, they go home and all sorts of things are going on at home with their family, and they are just walking and breathing and feeling calm. Whereas in the past, those sort of things may have kind of riled them up a bit. So even though meditation is something that comes upon by grace, through the practice of concentration, we cultivate the ideal conditions for that grace, to be able to see it and hear it and receive it. And along the way, we also feel and experience so many wonderful benefits. So again, I'm happy to dive even deeper into this topic. I would love to provide you with a webinar where we can dive even deeper and I can answer all of your questions. So if that's something you're interested in, please let me know by just liking this video, leaving me a comment, or sending me a message. Until next time, sending you so much love.